Oh, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Little Fat Mushy Toe, representing the WCIS. We can inspire someone. OPP, only promote positivity. What up? What up, Arvacola? What up, Arvacola? What's going on, everybody on YouTube? YouTube. The name on my IG just completely threw me off. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your boy, Little Fat Mushy Toe. What up, Darian Devo? What's going on? Happy birthday, Yvonne. How you doing? Happy birthday, girl. All right. Father Time ain't got nothing on you. Happy birthday, Yvonne. God bless you. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful birthday tonight. God bless. God bless. What up, everybody? It's your boy, Little Fat Mushy Toe, representing the WCIS. We can't inspire someone. OPP, only promote positivity. Shout out to Waterbed Hef. Shout out to Uncle DV. And shout out to the community. It's all about a unity. My man, Darian Devo is in the building. Devo, get the tables. What's going on, my brother? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? Hopefully you're feeling good, feeling great. All right. Hopefully you're feeling wonderful. How was your weekend? How are you doing tonight? Thank you for tuning in tonight. For everybody that's going to watch the show on the replay, thank you for tuning in. Just make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, all that good stuff. All right. Promote the positivity. Help support the show. All right. Come join the community. It's all about unity. Darian, I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. I cannot complain. I cannot complain at all, bro. I cannot complain. All right. So got a good show tonight, good show. Darian, hold on. Before I go any further, I know you've been watching the content for a long time, rocking with us since back on the Ustream days. Darian, where are you watching from? That's number one. Since it's just me and you here right now, all right? Where are you watching from? That's number one. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? That's number two. All right. And my main man Tom is in the building. Acknowledge me. Boom, boom, boom. What's going on, Tom? Welcome to the stream, my brother. Hopefully you feeling good, feeling great. All right. How you doing? How you doing? How you living? How you living? All right. Yeah, Darian. Where are you watching from? How old are you? I've known you for so long, or you've been on the stream and watching us for a long time, but I don't think I've ever asked you that question, bro. So yeah, where are you watching from? How old are you? And what's your zodiac sign? All right. That's what I want to know. All right. Tom, how you doing tonight? Welcome to the stream, my brother. Hopefully you had a great weekend. All right. I'm feeling good tonight. Got a good show tonight. All right. We're going to talk about how you should go about. Good. Now that I'm watching the stream, I'm great. Wonderful, Tom. I appreciate that, my brother. I truly appreciate that. All right, everybody that's watching in the background, step to the front of the stage, state your name and state your age. All right. Facebook and 30 years old. I used to watch on live from the PlayStation. Now I watch on both on Facebook and YouTube. I started watching in 2014, watching from San Clemente, California, and my zodiac sign is a Cancer. Thank you so much, Darian. I appreciate that, my brother. My man was watching since he was 22 years old. God bless you, my brother. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. All right. So Tom, Darian, everybody that's watching, we're going. Let me. Okay, Cancer gang. All right, we got the Cancers in the building. All right, we got the Cancers in the building. All right. So Darian, let me ask you a question, bro. In this day and age, right? All right, we're gonna get into the topic for tonight. In this day and age, what do you think is the proper way to approach a woman? What's the right way to approach a woman? What's the right way to go about letting a woman know that you're interested in her? What's your technique? What's your technique when it comes to pursuing a woman, introducing yourself to a woman, trying to attract a woman, or when a woman is attracted to you? How do you normally react to that? All right, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Because I feel like we live in a world where everything is like social media. What's your Instagram? What's your Snapchat? What's your Twitter? What's your Facebook? Instead of really taking time to get to know each other face to face personally. So what I want to know is when it comes to meeting someone face to face, and when any ladies jump into the stream tonight, I'll ask them the same question, but it seems like it's only fellas right now. When it comes to meeting a woman face to face, what do you think is the best practice? What's the best way to go about doing it? All right. Besides saying, here's my Instagram, here's my Facebook, here's my Snapchat, or anything like that, I'm talking about what's the proper way. Now, let me not say the proper way. What is your way? What is your proper way to court a woman, to pursue a woman, to try to show a woman that you're interested in her? Or has it gotten so bad out here that it's just better off to just I feel more comfortable when I know a woman is attracted to me. It always makes it a much easier transition. All right, let's bring up my man. Let's bring up my man Darian. All right. My man Darian said, hold up, let me change the because I want the banners to be a little bit bigger. There we go. All right. We'll switch it once other people come in. Oh, my man Ashley Larry's in the building. What up, Ashley Larry, the fourth hostman? All right, my man Darian said, all right, this is what Darian do, all right? When he's trying to meet a young lady, this is what he does. He said, I asked them what their favorite hobbies are, and try to see if we have a few things in common, like music and TV, etc. Great answer, Darian, and I respect that, because you gotta have something in common. You gotta have some things in common. If you just trying to base it off of, oh, she's pretty, or she has a nice shape, or whatever it may be, after a while, those butterflies start to fade away. You have to have some type of substance. You have to have some type of compatibility, some chemistry, some things that y'all both like to do. And once you find that, then you can build a solid foundation on top of that. When was the last time you actually tried to approach a woman, and how did it go? For everybody that's not you, Tom, because I know that you're married, but for for anyone else who's watching this, anybody jump in. When was the last time you tried to approach a woman, and how did it go? Were you successful? What, did it go well? Did it go terrible? How did it go? I'm curious to know. All right. Let me all right, let's see. I think I like the minimum. There we go. I think I like that the comment just like that. All right. But yeah, when was the last time you tried to approach a woman, and how did it go? I cannot, like, face to face. Yeah, I really cannot even remember. I've never been the one to try to approach a woman face to face. I'm sitting here talking about how people meet each other off of social media, but I am completely guilty of that. I've always been shy or introverted, so I've never been much of a hunter. let's just say that I've never been much of a hunter. Thank God. God, turn up the lights of heaven, Lord, shine on me. God shined on me, thank God, because I don't know what I would have been doing trying to pursue. Like, I've just always been a little bit too shy, a little bit too bashful. All right. Being introverted, and boo, guess who stepped in the room? His mama named him Clay. I'ma call him Clay. My man Jay Clay is in the building. What up, Jay Clay? How you doing, my brother? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend. Hopefully you're feeling good, feeling great. All right, let me go ahead and put the topic up for tonight. How to engage and how to exit a relationship. That's what we're talking about tonight. All right. Jake Clay, how was your weekend, my brother? All right. The first question I actually asked my man Darian. I asked him, when it comes to pursuing a woman, trying to gain a woman's interest, what do you think is the best approach in 2023? I know it's kind of shaky out there. I'm gonna look right. I'm gonna look at the Instagram. I know it's kind of shaky out there on Instagram. Everybody just sliding into each other's DMs. But what do you think is the best way to approach a woman in this day and age, in the world that we living in now? I know everybody uses their cell phone, uses Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever, all the different type of dating apps and all this or that. But what about when it comes to meeting, speaking to someone face to face, getting to know somebody face to face? When was the last time you approached a woman romantically or just to start a conversation? And how did it go? Did it go well? What kind of energy, what kind of vibe did you get from what's the energy that you get, and what's the energy that you felt the last time that you tried to approach a person? Because it seems like it's all guys in here, but if it's a girl in here, I'm gonna say, what was the energy the last time you tried to approach a person? Now it's a little bit different for women, and we all know that, because women have a much easier time. They don't have to really worry about rejection as much. They don't have to worry about rejection as much. In this day and age, though, guys are getting a little hip to what's going on in the games that a lot of women play. And I'm starting to see men reject women more and more. But I think it's because all right, let's see. What's my man Tom has to say? All right. Tom said that's it. Start a conversation, see where it goes, shoot your shot, and then tell them how you feel. All right. What up, Andy? Her mama didn't name her Clay, but I'ma call her Clay. What up, Andy Clay? Welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? All right. Happy to have you here. Happy to have you on the IG. You could come on over to the YouTube if you want. All right. Tonight we're talking about the proper way to engage a relationship and the proper way to exit a relationship. That's what we're talking about tonight. Tom, that's very true. I agree with you, my brother. I agree with you. Shoot your shot, tell them how you feel, and see what happens. I always said you got everything to gain and nothing to lose. You might lose a little bit of your pride, a little bit of your dignity, but that's okay. We men, we brush it off, we keep it moving. Ashley said, I think it's a whole lot easier if the two have a friendship before they have a sexual relationship. Now, I'm talking about, how do you go about meeting someone, a stranger, not someone that you're already friends with. I'm talking about introducing yourself to a stranger, getting to know somebody that you don't know at all, courting someone. I'm talking about like walking up to someone and hey, how you doing? That's never been my forte, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, my man Jay Clay said, basically, I like to just be upfront and let her know what my intentions are right off the rip. Hey, my name is Jordan, and I'm interested in getting to know you. I'm not saying it's going to lead to a relationship, but I'm willing to start off as friends, and just let's see what. Oh man, we're going we're gonna have to tag your it, Jay Clay, my man. Jay Clay dropping a bomb in the chat. I feel you, Jay Clay. That might be the best way to go about doing it, yo. Just be straight up front, be confident. The way you approach this shows a lot of confidence, more confidence than I got. More confidence than I got. I'll tell you right now. All right. My man Jay Clay, and Jay Clay don't play. All right. Welcome to the stream, everybody. It's the WCIS. Hopefully everybody's feeling good. Had a great weekend. It's your boy Little Fat Mushy Toe. If you enjoy the content, if you've enjoyed the content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Go ahead and slap that thumbs up real quick. Slap it upside the head. Yeah, slap it upside the head real quick. Don't be shy. But yeah, I definitely me personally, I've never had the heart to do that. All right. Her mama didn't name her Clay, but I'm going to call her Clay anyway. What up, Andy Clay? Crazy lunatic is in the building. What's going on? Don't get all X-rated like your boy Xavier Woods. What up, crazy lunatic? Welcome to the stream, my brother. Hopefully you're feeling great. Hopefully you're feeling great, all right? Jay Clay said, well, hey, the worst thing a person could tell you is no, absolutely. Let me ask everybody in the chat, because I don't know if it's just me, but how badly does rejection hurt? If the times I've gotten rejected, I felt like my heart went. I felt like I got shot. Yo, I felt like ain't nothing worse than getting shot down. And I done got shot down before. That's why I'm a little I've always been a little hesitant to shoot my shot. I ain't gonna lie. Uh Crazy lunatic, what's going on, my brother? So tonight we talking about what's the best way to approach a woman. For the ladies, what do you feel is the best way to approach a man? What up? Diamonds are forever, and so is my man Rich Hunter's in the building on the IG. What's going on, Rich? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. You know, I'm streaming live on YouTube. You can come on over to the YouTube page, YouTube channel. Check it out. All right. Yeah, crazy lunatic. When was the last time you approached a woman like romantically? The last person that you was involved with, how did y'all meet? Like how did you go about pursuing that person? You know? I'm doing good, Rich. I can't complain, bro. I can't complain. Everything is good, man. You know, just here, keeping it righteous. All right. I'm gonna come through to the neighborhood if that's cool. Absolutely, bro. Come on through, man. Hold on. Let me put the invite in the chat. All right. Anybody that wanna? All right. There we go. So yeah, like me personally, I've never been the one to like when I was young, I used to have my man PE or my cousin Mike have to go talk to the young lady for me. That's how shy I was. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie. I used to be like, yo, PE, her right there. Go tell her that I got my eye on her. P be like, no doubt, bro. I got you. Shout out to my man PE. PE he ain't even like it ain't phase him at all. But I guess it's not the same because he wasn't trying to talk to us. But he wasn't afraid. I was always I was always kind of shy. I was a little bit too bashful. I ain't gonna lie. I was always a little bit too bashful to approach a woman. So in this day and age now where they have the internet and all these different apps so you can communicate with each other, I'm pretty sure it would it is definitely a good tool for someone who's shy or introverted, because it's a good introduction. You can still get to know someone through a conversation, and then it'll prepare you a little bit better for when you meet them in person if the conversation goes well, and at least y'all can see how each other look. All right, let's see what my man Crazy Lunatic said. I approached the two women I know at work. I waited 3 months so it wouldn't be weird. I gave them my number and said, whenever you're ready to chill for a few hours, when you're not busy, let me know. My man Crazy Lunatic said, yo, let's just get right to the point. When you ready to chill, when you ready to Crazy Lunatic, you ain't offer these. Wait a minute, what you mean? Like come to your house and chill? You ain't offer to take them on a date, another, not even to get some coffee. My man, it's Crazy Lunatic. The hell with all the semantics. Let's get straight to the point. uh, I might just say let's go to oh, okay, I'm just making sure. Like, damn, lunatic, bro, you a savage. Yo, whenever you ready to just come over, get laid up with your boy Crazy Lunatic, you know what number to use. Dial it. You know what? You got the 7 digits. Make it happen. I gotta say, damn, Crazy Lunatic, you got the fortitude and the wherewithal, bro, to just walk up to. Wait a minute, how many women you said? 2 women. Walk up to 2 women in your job, like, look, here you go, lady. Here you go, ladies. Here you go, ladies. Hit them at both times. Here you go, ladies. Whenever y'all ready to chill with your boy Crazy Lunatic, y'all know what to do. Just holler at your boy. If you ready to chill, you ready to get a thrill and you ready to chill. Shout out to my man Crazy Lunatic. So did either one of them ever call you back? Or did have either one of them ever take you up on your offer? I've been in that situation a couple of times myself, where getting involved with a coworker, and I wouldn't advise it. Animal Liberation Rebel One is in the building. What up, Rebel One? Welcome to the stream, my brother. God bless. What's going on? You know where I'm at, streaming live on YouTube, holding it down. WCIS, we can inspire someone. OPP, only promote positivity. All right. Tonight we talking about what's the correct way to engage in try to engage a woman in conversation leading to a date or leading to a friendship. All right. And what are some of the okay, you watching on YouTube? Okay, my brother. Um Oh, they responded? Yeah, I'm just waiting for them when they got some free time. All right. My man Rebel One said, yo, he never try. Uh so do you feel like it's better? Actually, fellas, do y'all feel like it's better to let a woman choose you? I feel like it definitely bodes in a man's favor when you know that the woman is interested in you. I think it eliminates a lot of problems, and my man Rebel said yes, me too. I agree with you 100%, bro. All right. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Rebel. I feel much better when the woman shows she doesn't have to pursue me. Uh-huh. But she doesn't have to pursue me, but at least she shows interest. At least I know that she's interested. Then once I see that she's interested, then I could take it from there. So yeah, I agree with you, my brother. I think it just makes things a lot easier. All right. Now, my main man, y'all know the intro. Y'all might know him from the What's Going Down episode of That's My Mama. Put your hands together. All right, we're gonna hold on. We're gonna make sure. Hey, you give me the thumbs up when you ready, bro. Y'all might know him from the What's Going Down episode of That's My Mama. He good. Good. All right, my man Jay Clay is knocking on the door. Boom! Guess who steps in the room? Jay Clay is in the building. What up, Jay Clay?
What up, everybody? How y'all doing?
What's going on, my brother?
Shout out to my man Ashley Larry, my man. And who dropped the bomb? My man Tom. What up?
Shout out to Tom, shout out to Ashley Larry, and shout out to my man Jay Clay. His mama named him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. How you doing? How you doing tonight, Jay Clay? What's going on,
good.
bro?
I'm good, brother. Blessed, highly favored.
All right, wonderful. Thank you for joining the show.
Hold on. Hey, get down. Get off of mom. Thank you. She's okay.
All right. So,
what's up, Midas?
let's get a cameo.
Midas want to say what's up?
What up, Midas? Midas. Yeah, what up, Midas?
Back up, man.
You got the Midas touch.
Oh, she want to say.
Who else? Who else in the room?
Sienna. She just. Why are you running from the camera now?
All right, Jay Clay, what's going on, brother?
Oh man, look, it's been a beautiful day.
Yes,
just got back from football practice.
All right. Time to decompress and get into a good conversation, bro.
Yes. Oh, speaking of, I wanted to touch on that rejection topic real quick.
All right. Well, yeah. So let's put that on. Let's put that as a question for everybody that's watching. All right. Anybody who watches this in the future, y'all can leave a comment in the comment section after the video, gets posted. But on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being it don't hurt at all, 10 being is excruciating, how bad is the pain of rejection?
So, honestly, the rejection is not the painful; it's the disrespect of how you do the rejection. So,
what if somebody rejects you politely?
I'm cool with it. Like, okay, I'm just not your cup of tea. I'm cool with that. Like,
it doesn't rub you the wrong way at all.
No, because I'm just not your preference. Like, it took me years to get. I didn't get like this until like high school.
Okay.
Middle school, bruh. My heart was crushed. I don't know how many times. But it wasn't until like my sophomore year in high school where I was like, you know what? And I think my mom, my sister, like pretty much the women in my life that taught me that, just because one girl don't like you don't mean somebody else don't.
Right.
And I learned that for me, I'm cool with rejection, but it's the disrespect of it that okay, for example, I asked a girl out and she's like, nah, I just don't like you like that. I don't see you like that. All right, cool. You just don't see me like that.
Right.
I have no problem with it. I won't ask you again. Like I'm one and done over here. Like I'm gonna ask you once.
Right.
And after you tell me, you see me as a friend, okay, cool. Well, we're just gonna be friends. Now, if it's like, oh no, you're too, like if it's like you're a bum or you're broke or you're ugly or you're too short, like if it's something like of a disrespectful nature. In other words, if you could have just told me no, but then in front of your friends you got like some disrespectful ways of saying it, it's like, okay, you know what? Listening with that, like,
right. No, I feel you.
But I think that for me, I can handle rejection as long as you do it respectfully. You're not like, because like I know we've seen people do it, or we know people that have done it disrespectfully.
Right, I have. I've seen it. That's how I got the name Little Fat Mushy Tove.
Oh, snap.
I got the name Little Fat Mushy Tove from telling a story about how a young lady that I liked in junior high school, I tried to. I wasn't even. Me and her we were talking, but it was like just me and her. Nobody knew that we was talking. And my friend Yvette, she blew it up in at school, and while we was walking down the hallway, and she was like, the girl name was Jessica. And she was like, hey, Jessica, there go your boo Tovey. And she said it mad loud, and everybody heard Yvette say it. So everybody looked up, was like, oh, word, Jessica, you mess with Tovey? And she was like, ew, no, I don't. I don't mess with him. He little and fat. I don't like him.
Oh.
Yo, bro.
Oh, I felt that.
Bro, when I tell you she broke my little heart. And when I told the story years ago on the show, somebody was like, oh, poor little fat mushy Tove. And ever since then, I kept the name, bro. I said, you know what? Look at me now, Jessica.
Yeah, I'm going to turn this into a positive.
I turned it into a positive. I said, you know what?
Stuff like that, I agree. Like that I find that disrespectful because.
But see, the thing is, she was already talking to me, bro. She just wanted to keep it on the low. And then she was trying to save face when Yvette was like, nigga, your boo. But it's like we had already exchanged numbers and we was talking. So it really, really hurt my feelings when she said that. Because I'm like, damn, it's not like she lying. Like, We was talking like me and you was just talking on the phone like 2 nights ago. But she ain't want everybody to know. I don't know, because she didn't want people in her business, or maybe she just, I don't know. I can't say she wasn't really feeling me at all, because she exchanged numbers with me, but I guess she want. I don't know. I never spoke to her again after that. No, I take that back. I never spoke to her again while we were in school after that, but she ended up living in Harlem. And when I seen her again, all the tables had turned. That's all I'm gonna say. The tables had turned. She wasn't the same pretty Jessica that I knew from junior high school. Some things had changed. That's all I'm gonna say.
That happens, man. That happens. That's why I say you. I don't mind. That's why I say, yeah. Look, that's why I say you gotta be careful how you treat people. I mean, and not even because I look at it like this. I'd rather you tell me you don't like me or you don't want to be with me than embarrass me because to make yourself feel good, or for whatever reason you want to embarrass me.
Bro, she straight embarrassed me.
Because look, I've been embarrassed. I've been look. Asked one girl to be my Valentine. Right?
Woo! You know you had to work up some real nerve.
Oh no! Look.
To ask a girl to be your Valentine, that you had to work up some nerve for that.
So planned
that meant she was special.
Wrote her a letter. Wrote her a letter. Gave her some flowers, but she ended up not coming to school that day. So we rode the same bus, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go to her house, drop them off. So
I
go to her house, knock on the door. Nobody answered. Okay, cool, no worries. I just leave them at the front door.
Right.
What's the worst that's gonna happen? So left a letter, left flowers, and mind you, we had been talking for a while.
How old were you at this time?
I was 14, 15.
14? Okay. I just wanted to get an idea how old you were.
Dropped it off at her house, left it on the front door. So it was on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. So I go home. The next day, I was late for the bus, so my grandma ended up having to take me to school.
Okay.
Get to school. One of my best friends, my homeboy, was like, "Bruh, I'm so glad you didn't ride the bus this morning." So I was like, "What? Where? Why?" He was like, "Man, like they were dogging you, bro." So I was like,
"For what?"
Yeah, I was like, who was dogging me? Like, what? He was like, yo, Carrie passed the note around the whole bus. She passed the note around the whole bus, took the flowers to the bus, and was throwing them out the window, calling you weak, calling you like just dogging him. And I was like, wait, whoa. What you mean passing the note around? He was like, yo, everybody on the bus,
right?
People who knew you, people who didn't know you, was reading the note. She dogged you, bruh.
Right.
And he was like, please tell me you didn't. Why would you ask her? And I was like, bruh, she told me to be. She like do something no one's ever done for her.
Right.
And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, yo, we had a cell phone. So I was like, yo, me and her had been texting each other through phone.
Mm-hmm.
Here are the messages. So I let him read the messages. It was nothing crazy or nothing provocative.
Right, but it did show that she was
interested. He was like, oh, bro, when you get on the bus today, they gonna rip you. Like he was like, everybody dog you. So I need you to prepare. And I was like everybody, he was like, us, the lower class from the upper class, they gonna dog you, bro.
Right.
And I was like, oh, word? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, you got your gloves in your backpack? He was like, of course. I was like, well, we're gonna be fighting today because they ain't like so I'm the whole day when I would see her, she would avoid me. She was avoiding me. Like we would see each other in the hallway. She was avoiding me. So finally we get on the bus. And we get on the bus because I'm going to my dad and his girlfriend's house.
Okay.
So I'm catching the bus over there. So I'm riding our bus. So I get over there. I get on the bus. Everybody just looking at me, snickering, laughing, got their hands over their mouth, hee, ha, ha, and kikiing. So I walk right past her. I look dead at her and walk right past her.
Like a G.
I sit down and I told my mom, I was like, hey, you got your gloves? He was like, yeah. He's like, ain't nobody gonna say nothing, no. So I guess they waited for us to leave the campus. So we leave the campus. And so one of the guys was like, he was like, Dear Carrie, and started reading what I wrote.
he tried to take it to the whole another level on
yeah. And I was like, oh, so that's how you feeling? And he was like, bro, he's like, you're weak. You're delusional. She don't want a man like you. So I'm like, oh, word? So I'm giving her the chance to speak up. Like,
right.
I'm thinking she gonna say something. Man, she didn't say nothing. So my homie was like, Jordan, you gonna take her out or what? So I was like, so Carrie, that's how we feeling? So dude was like, she don't want you. She want a real man like me, and kisses her.
Wow.
In front of me.
Wow.
And I was like, word, that's how you gonna do me? I was like, all right, so if that's how you feel, Carrie, why like 2 days ago, you were like, treat you like this, do something a man ain't never done. I'm over here giving you flowers and letter, gave you a bear and some candy. I was just doing all these nice things because you said that a man's never really done nothing for you for Valentine's Day. I do that, and you try to play me. I was like, you try to play me like a Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, but I'm not tripping. You and old dude deserve each other. I was like, but just so you know, he probably got AIDS because he think he can fuck any, or he think he can screw.
Whoa, bro!
I was like, he think he can screw anything that he can get. So he's like, oh, word, you feeling froggy? I was like, look, don't let your girl, who's gonna be your girl for 15 minutes, see you get your ass whooped today.
Right.
And so his homeboy, oh, you won't smoke? And one of my homeboy was like, I just see him get up and take his shirt off. Oh man, I've been waiting to use these motherfuckers. Let's go. Like, let's go. Bus driver don't really care. And we ended up fighting.
Oh, for real? I mean, he deserved to get his ass whooped though.
Me and him, we fought. And so my homeboy was like, y'all better not jump in. And nobody jumped in. But then she was like, that day she's like, y'all, she called both of us, me and old boy, stupid. And I was like, you can kiss my ass. Like, you can kiss the blackest side of my ass. So then she was like, oh, you're just a hater, you man, because I don't want you. Then don't want me. But to play me like that? So I get off the bus driver kicked us off. The next day, I get a text from her. Hey, I'm sorry. I really want to be with you. I got scared.
Right.
And I was like, you can kiss my ass too.
Right. Those type of women are dangerous, bro.
Man.
That's that Jada Pinkett.
Oh, look, learn my lesson.
That's that Jada. So, all right. So that's perfect. You said you learned your lesson. What did you learn from that? Did that deter you from being a sweethearted person towards women, or like, did that leave a bad taste in your mouth, or were you able to brush it off and say, you know what, I'm still gonna, if I see someone else that I like, I'm gonna approach it the same way? Did it leave you jaded? At first, it did. For about for the first 2 months, it did. Okay. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just chill. I ain't trying to be with nobody. So I ended up not dating for like good 2-3 months. But I told myself, you know what, I'm not gonna let one girl like stop me from liking somebody else, because not all girls, because I went home after that. After I hung out with my dad, I went home and told my sister and her friends what happened. Mm-hmm. Her friends were like, oh, Jordan, it's okay, like she just wasn't for you. Right. And she was like, she did you a favor by letting you know the type of girl who doesn't deserve it and the type of girl who does. And I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, for example, her, what type of girl she is, right? And I was like, yeah.
She's like, do her friends act like that? A little bit. So you know who to avoid already. So just avoid those girls for now.
Right.
You know.
Those type of young ladies.
So yeah, for a little bit I was jaded. I was like, nah, I'm not dating nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. But then, which is a normal human being, normal human reaction.
Right.
After that, I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and still give it a chance. I still stay romantic. I stay true to myself. I never I was always. I just realized it doesn't have to be specifically on Valentine's Day. I was one of those guys who just like to celebrate Valentine's Day.
Right.
I'm still like that.
Yeah, I'm still like that too.
For me, every day is love for me.
Right. Okay. What up, Joe the Pro? What's going on, my brother? I'm streaming live on YouTube right now. Welcome to the stream. All right. Tonight we talking about how to go about approaching a woman when it comes to like a dating scenario. How do you go about approaching a woman? Or on the flip side of it, how do you disassociate yourself with a woman politely and properly, without just ghosting? Like, what's the proper way to break up or to end a relationship? Because I think a lot of people get on this, just stop speaking to each other and ghosting one another, and that leaves everybody jaded. It leaves everybody in a bad place when you do that, and it also hurts the point of communicating with one another. It's very difficult to have some conversations are very difficult to have, but for your own well-being and for your own morals and scruples and ethics, I feel like if you engaged with someone romantically, they deserve to know why that you no longer want to be with them, unless they did something egregious and they know damn well what they did. And that's a different story. If they know what they did and it was so outrageous, so egregious that it's like, come on, there's no explanation needed, then yeah, I might not say nothing. I might just not ever speak to you again. But if it's something trivial, if it's something that you're not the person may not be exactly sure why, I think that they do deserve a parting reason and a parting explanation. I that's just me. Maybe I'm old school, but tell me what you think about that, Joe the Pro. And thank you so much for supporting the WCIS for so many years, my brother. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to my man New Balance is in the building. I seen you creep up in there. All right, he said the best way. My man New Balance said the best way to end a relationship: tell her you got a stripper pregnant. My man said, "Yo, I know exactly how to end it." All right, but Joe, if you want to come and watch on the YouTube, come join the community. Just go to YouTube and type in WCIS1. All right, I'm streaming live on YouTube and on Facebook, so either way is cool. All right, Jay, you back, bro? You ready? Give me the thumbs up when you're ready. All right, my man Jay is. All right. So you said, so you would say on a scale from 1 to 10, it's a what? A 1? It don't bother you at all, like, or it didn't bother you at all?
What?
Like rejection?
Well, like I said, if it's a regular rejection, I give it like a 4 or a 5 if she doesn't like explain why. Because I mean, really, you don't have to explain. That's your prerogative. I would like an explanation, but I'm not gonna. I was born that you're not gonna always get what you want. You're not gonna always get what you want. So if you don't explain it to me, it'll be I'll be stuck at a 4 because it depends on how much I liked you.
Right.
So if I really liked you and you knew I liked you and you didn't want to be with me and you didn't want to tell me the reason, you're just like, no, I'm not feeling it. Part of me is gonna be like, well, damn, why didn't you tell me? Like, why won't you tell me? But that's why it'll be a 4 or a 5 for me because you didn't explain it. But if it's just a no, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna let it. It's gonna be at a 2 for a little bit, and then I'm done. Like it.
All right, so five is your ceiling.
Yeah.
5 is your ceiling. You are a better man than me. You are a much better man than me.
Hey man, but hey, it's all on communication for me.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, man, when I was younger, and still to this day, I mean, no, let me not say, maybe not so much to this day, but definitely when I was younger, boy, I was like definitely afraid when it came to approaching like if somebody said, "Yo, Tove, like she looking at you, go talk to her." I'll be like, I'm going in the house, bro. I don't know what you talking about. Like I was not with it, bro. I don't know what it was. I was shy. Well, actually, you know what it is. I didn't know what I was then. It was just me being an introverted person. But in my teens, I didn't know what an introvert was because around my friends, I'm not shy. I can have very extroverted moments, but me being an introverted person is like, and I'm a very I'm an overthinker. So I'm like, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to, like, how am I going to strike a conversation? How am I supposed to start the conversation? And all of those things would run through my mind. And it would just be like, you know what? It ain't worth it. I'll just leave it alone. Like I'll just leave it alone. It wasn't worth it for me. So rejection on a scale from 1 to 10, I would say the pain for me, I would say is about a 7.5 or 8. Not a 10, but a 7.5 or 8 when I was younger. Like when I was actually like, at that age where you girl crazy,
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, it definitely hurt me. It definitely used to hurt me. If I felt like I was being rejected, it was not a good feeling at all. And I could not brush it off easily.
okay, so that was it. What about now? You now?
Oh, now no. No, I understand that I may not be your cup of coffee, but I'm somebody else's cup of water.
Exactly. Okay.
So it's
So
not
yeah, see
it's not
now I am like I guess because back then I was always so I wasn't afraid, I guess, to talk to women or girls because at the end of the day, I would like personally, I used to always friend zone myself. I would, I would always cause like I knew I wasn't gonna be able to get every girl I talked to.
right.
So I didn't even try. Like literally, I would walk up, be a friend. I would be a friend. I would like, hey, let's be homies, let's hang out. And like, I had one girl. I've had one girl, and it's only happened once in my life. We were friends, but she liked me.
Okay.
But I was so used to putting myself in the friend zone, I never gave myself that chance to date her because when I was friends with her, she had a boyfriend.
Okay.
And I wouldn't know at that time. I wasn't no homewrecker. I didn't become a side dude until like I was 16. I was perfectly fine with being the side dude at 16.
Yeah, when I was young, I loved being the side dude.
Yeah, like I was.
I'll gladly take on side duties.
Yeah, especially if I knew the dude she was with wasn't shit, or excuse me, wasn't it? Like if he was just a dog to her, oh yeah. Like I was, I pray if I have kids in the future, I pray my kids don't go through what I did, because
Right.
oh man. But she liked me, and I guess I was so used to being rejected at that time. I just told myself, be friends. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. And I've always stuck with that.
Right.
You
That I
know?
think that is definitely the best formula. Like Ashley Larry said earlier, like the best way is to form a friendship and
Yeah.
then let everything blossom from there,
Me and my wife, we were not supposed to be together for as long as we've been.
Right.
Yeah,
Why
because
it
why?
didn't start it started off as a friendship or not romantically or
It didn't start. Oh man, it did not start off romantically. She could not stand me in high school. And in high school, she could not stand me. But I think our relationship is a true testament to just starting off as acquaintances.
Right.
Because so how I met her in high school, and I had a reputation, not a good one. And so I've always been honest about who I am. I've always been blunt. And so I was very blunt to her about who I am. She always thought I was lying.
Right.
Her and her friend. So her and her friends are a part of this "we hate men" type of,
Right.
teenage girls. We hate men. I mean, we hate high school boys. We like real men.
Right. Hold on 1 second, Jay Clay. I want to give a shout out to my main man. Good old JR's in the building. Get you some of that barbecue sauce. It's Stone Cold. It's Stone Cold. My man Joseph Rivera Jr. What up, good old JR? Joe the
What up?
Pro. Welcome to the stream, my brother. All right. Been rocking with me ever since the Ustream days. God bless you, my brother. Welcome to the stream. All right. Shout out to my man Jay Clay in the building with me tonight. The question that we're talking about, the topic of tonight. What's the right way to go about approaching a woman? How do you handle rejection on a scale from 1 to 10? How badly does rejection hurt you? And also, we're going to get into the conversation of what's the best way to exit a relationship, but we haven't gotten to that yet. So I just wanted to catch you up onto the conversation that we was having, Joe. All right. I mean to cut you off, Jay. Go ahead, bro.
Oh no, you're good. So I tried being honest about who I was. So she wasn't feeling that. She had, I think she had a boyfriend at the time anyway, but I was never trying to get with her.
Right.
So when we had class together, we would always argue. So we ended up going to prom together,
Okay.
and still didn't really like. There was no like chemistry. At least on my part, there was no chemistry there. I think for her there was none either. She might have to tell you differently, but I believe there was none coming from her.
Okay.
We became cool, and then she went through a rough breakup from a guy she was dating, and he body shamed her, and I was like, "Hey, that's fucked up," but like, fuck him, like, just because he don't like it, don't mean somebody else. And even then, she wasn't fat. Like he made it like she was just fat. She was not fat, and I guess because she believed him, she thought she was.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, she didn't do nothing crazy to herself.
Right.
But I told her, I was like, I don't think you're fat, but I know my words don't mean nothing because I'm just an acquaintance.
Right. But
You
your
know,
words did mean something.
So graduation day, we had our morning practice for graduation. So I was like, hey, we were saying our goodbyes to everybody. So I told her, I was like, hey, maybe we should go on a date or something.
Right.
Everybody around us laughed. She laughed. I rolled my eyes and laughed. So then graduation night, I was like, hey, I was really serious. Like, maybe we should give it a shot at dating, be boyfriend, girlfriend. She was like, I'll think about it. So I was like, all right, cool. About like 2 days, 3 days later, she finally said yes.
Okay.
And we ended up dating since. And then, yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
It definitely started off as acquaintance. But see, a lot of guys, I think if you're truly gonna be a friend, be a friend. Don't say you're gonna be a friend with motives.
Right.
I know it's hard.
It is difficult.
I know it's hard.
It's very difficult to be, especially if you're attracted to the person.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like as a woman, be understanding that you're asking this man to
step all the way out of his character and his nature.
Yeah, because my thing is, you're telling this man to be a friend to you, but yet you're dealing with like douchebags, and you expect him to sit there and just be a friend and listen.
Yeah, I don't think a man should play that position, but for so long.
Exactly, because my thing is, I'm not because I think my sister, my grandma has always been the type of person to go at both parties. She
Mm-hmm.
doesn't. She's not, but because I know she's gone at some. She's always my grandma's very respectful, but she's always been like, look, what I don't want to see is my. She told I don't want to the boys. I don't want to see y'all be disrespectful to women. However, respect yourself enough to not to not allow disrespect. Right
Right.
to the girls, don't allow yourself to be with somebody who can't see you for what you are and treat you for how you should be treated. She's like, you're gonna hit a few bumps in the road. That's normal. But what you don't do is don't sit here and don't date somebody who who is out for motives when you have somebody here on the side who is sitting there being respectful. Because my grandma's always said she don't believe in, oh, that's my brother. Like, if it's a guy who's a good friend to you,
Mm-hmm.
she's always said, I don't believe in that's my brother. Because she's always said the ones you call your brothers are the ones you should be calling your boyfriends.
Right. Because if you're able to call them a brother, that means you have a certain level of trust.
Mm-hmm.
You have a certain level of admiration towards them. You have a certain connection, a friendship, a kinship that connects you to that person, and those are really great foundations for a relationship.
Yeah, exactly. And I used to I never did get that at first,
That's
and
great advice.
it wasn't. I've heard her break it down to people. She's like, if you date a man who you call if you're friends with somebody and he's just a friend and you call him your brother, maybe he's the one who should be your boyfriend. And she's
Right.
always said, not right away, work to it. And my grandma's always said she's like, the problem with relationships now is it's too political
Mm-hmm.
and it's not enough what do you call it? Um it's too political, it's not enough trust going on.
All right. So with that being said, where do you feel like the younger generation? Where do you feel like the younger generation of men are going wrong when it comes to courting a woman? Where have things uh went off the road and fallen and went off the rails?
Oh man. For young guys,
Yeah, what advice could we give to the younger generation when it comes to trying to gain the attention of a good woman, not just get attention from any woman? Because we know in the world we live in now, you have a flashy car, you have a lot of money, you got some gold diamonds in your mouth and all of that, and you got a lot of followers on Instagram, you're gonna get attention. But I'm talking about quality over quantity.
man, focus on the girls who you wouldn't normally focus on.
Okay.
Uh, it's kind of like how we tell girls, stop going for what you have on a list. You know how we used to say, stop going on what you have on the list.
Right.
Stop going for that, because half the time what you're
That's not what
looking,
you're gonna end up with.
yeah, because like I've learned with a lot of boys, with a lot of men, especially younger men, and younger guys now. It's not always about how big the booty is. It's
Mm-hmm.
not always about how big her breasts are or none of that. I feel like with a lot of us, a lot of men in general, young guys, I would tell them start going after the girls who show you they're not interested in that.
Right.
For example, you said like the diamonds and all that. If I meet a girl who don't really care for that, who's asking me, who's challenging me in a good way, I would definitely go for that. Like my wife,
Right.
what set her apart from other girls is she wasn't impressed with me being out there doing the dirt that I was doing.
Right.
She actually questioned like, why do you do that? And what's the purpose of you doing that? Like, and those were things that I actually, at first, I didn't think I liked. I was like, And yo, you're bugging, you're nosy, you're annoying, like stop.
Right.
But I learned to realize that was her way of challenging me. Everybody gets challenged differently.
Right.
But I would definitely say for the younger generation, for the younger boys, stop being so quick to let your homeboys influence you on certain things.
On most things.
Well, yeah, true on most things. Um, understand that the gender roles are never going to be fair, as they put it.
No.
You were born. We were men were born to put in work. Like
Right.
that's
We were born different, and we're always going to be treated different.
yeah.
Men
So
and women are always going to be treated different. Point
absolutely,
blank. Period.
absolutely. So
Every woman or I don't really hear men fighting for equality, but for every woman out there fighting for women equality, women and men are always going to be treated differently.
exactly,
That's a fact of life. You're
and it's
never going to
never
make it 50-50 equal. It can't be, because we're too different.
yes. So I would say for men, for the young generation, man, just go for the opposite. Sometimes opposites attract for a reason. I feel like everybody is so stuck on we gotta have so much in common, but you don't. Like sometimes it's good to have things not in common.
Right.
So you could actually open up because I was always taught that if you go for the person that's just like you might as well date what's in the mirror
Right.
because you're gonna have everything in common, and that's not always good. Because the
Mm,
whole point of being in an open world and having an open mind is to accept new things to come in.
absolutely. What up, Timmy Younger? Welcome to the stream, my brother. How you doing on the IG? Um, the piece of advice that I would give to the younger generation, I would tell the younger generation, if you really want to attract the right type of woman, you should take time and work on yourself and become the best version of yourself you can possibly be. And when you are being the best version of yourself that you can possibly be, someone of high quality is going to come and meet you on common ground. When you are focused and locked in on your goal and on your purpose, and making sure that you're building value within yourself, it's going to repel certain people immediately. Just like if you see a woman walking down the street and she has on, a really nice skirt and high heels, and she looks uh, very high class, very statuesque, very well mannered, very intelligent. She's very well put together. You could see that she carries herself a certain way. She's going to repel certain men immediately. Certain men are going to be intimidated by that right from the jump. I would say to the young men, carry yourself in such a great way that it repels certain women away from you, so you can get away from the quantity, and then the quality will slowly start to migrate towards you.
I
But you
like
have
that.
to carry yourself that way consistently, and once you do that, great women will start to come to you, and they'll come to you for the right reasons. And it's not because how much money you have or car. They're going to come to you because they see that you are a man of value and character. And I think those two things are very important to be as a man. And I think those two things are very important when a good woman is looking at you. Is he a man of character, and what value does he bring beyond just, oh, he has a lot of money and he has a nice car, or whatever it may be? Because you can have a lot of money and a nice car, and that's your man. A woman may be, all right, that's my man. But if he's a man of low character, he's going to take that money to impress other women and drive that car to meet other women on the weekend. So yeah, he has a nice car and he got a lot of money, but where's his character?
Yeah,
What kind of value is he bringing to your life if he's using those same things to get your attention, and he's using those same things to get other women's attention when you're not around? So it got to be more than just a nice car, a nice shape, nice body, not a lot of money. It got to be some character in there somewhere if you want to have a real substantial relationship. All right. Her mama named him Clay, but her mama did name her Clay, but I'm still gonna call her Clay. She said, people in this new dating scene run at the first argument. They want the perfect person, but no one is perfect. That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. So now we gave our advice. This gonna be a little bit more fun. We gave our advice to the young men. What advice would we give to the young ladies?
Oh man.
What
Baby,
advice do we give to the young ladies if they are looking to attract a good man?
Miss Ma'am, keep your friends out your business. Don't be so quick to tell your friends everything, good or bad. Don't be so quick to tell you. You know, because I've learned, and I see it more with girls than I do men, and you know that's a lot. I see it with both, but both go about it differently.
Okay.
For example, like, hey Tove, I saw your lady, you know, doing this, and that, and that, and that, and that. Now, you won't get mad. You'll be like, are you sure, bro? All right, cool. Now, knowing you're going to go back and talk to her about it.
Right.
She's not guilty.
No.
She's still
You're not
innocent.
guilty just because you said it.
Yeah. So you're going to bring it up to her.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to come back. Either you're going to be like, hey, Jay, nah, bro, she said it wasn't that. And I'm gonna be like, okay, well, maybe, you know, I just saw, I should have, you know, but it was that. With most women, it's more of hey, I saw your man, this blase, this that and that. Oh, word, so that's what he was doing, and so he's automatically guilty because to her, oh, my friend wouldn't lie. Well, hold on,
right.
Hold on. Because look at your friend's track record now. Because I've talked to girls about this, women about this, and one of my coworkers actually, her daughter broke up with her boyfriend because another girl who was, as she put it, jealous of what she had because she was used to dating bad guys, and this girl had a good one. Her mom told her, "Don't be so quick to believe your friends." Right? And she's like, "Nah, my friends ain't gonna lie." When you be surprised, a lot of these girls turn on you quicker than these dudes do.
Yes, you know why? You know why that is though, Jay? Because women don't realize, and I hope they start to realize that most women are in a secret competition with one another, and they may not even. Some women know that they are, and some women don't. The women that don't know that they are in a secret competition with their own girlfriends and other females, they are going to be the ones that are gullible, and then they're going to have to let life teach them that lesson that, oh, this wasn't my homegirl. She wasn't like a sister to me. She wasn't down for me the way I thought, because there's like a secret tension. There's a secret competition that just happens between women for some reason. Now with men, I think that men are more ego driven. It's not that if I see you doing well, it's not that I want to take what you have. It's like, okay, I got to do better for myself.
Yeah, I want that.
Like right.
It's
not that I want what you have, literally what you have.
Yeah, I don't want who you have.
Right. I want to get myself in a position that I can get what you are able to get.
Yeah, like it's like I don't want who you have. I just want to be in a position like that.
Exactly.
Not with who you have. And I feel like I think a lot of young girls are so focused on hot girl summer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before you ladies come and start attacking Jay Clay, relax. I have no look. If you are a single woman, I have no problem with you going out there living your best life. Do you? I'm not. You don't want a man right now, and I'm not gonna sit here and say you need one. If you don't want one, do you? But if you are a woman who is in a relationship, right, or trying to be in one, I'm not sitting here saying be at his beck and call. Nobody should be at nobody's beck and call.
Right, especially if y'all not married.
Especially if you're not married. I do believe You attract what you set out to be.
Right.
Now, all I'm saying is, ladies, if you want to sit here and be hot girl summer, do that. Just understand it's not going to be that easy to be in a relationship and be in hot girl summer.
Right.
Same thing I would tell the fellas. If you want to be a player, stop wasting old girl's time who's trying to be in a relationship.
Right.
Be gone, bro. But I definitely believe in this. If you're going to pursue a relationship, ladies, if you're going to pursue one, the best advice I can give you is know who you are and know what you want. Do not, I think what a lot of young girls go wrong with nowadays is you try to be with somebody who wants you to be what they want you to be and not who you should be for you. Right. I feel like if you know who you are, you'll always know what you want.
Absolutely. If you know who you are, you'll always know exactly what you want and what you deserve.
Exactly. So
all right.
That would be Andy, my best advice.
All right. Andy Clay said, ladies, don't put your man into a box of what you think a man is. Emotions are for men too. Not all your girlfriends have your best interest at heart. Absolutely. Shout out to her mama didn't name her Clay, but we're going to call her Clay. All right. Great advice. Great advice.
Mama didn't name her Clay, but her husband threw the
name. Me and on a prior episode, I had this conversation with Jersey Devil, and what I told her, a piece of advice.
Can we drop a bomb for Jersey? Because look, you
drop a bomb for Jersey Devil.
You talk about a smart, down to earth woman. Jersey Devil is that. I can, like, real talk. If she wrote a book, I'm reading it. And I don't even read like that, and I'm reading it.
Yeah, she's very well versed, very well versed, very intelligent, and very articulate.
Yes.
You know. Oh, Jersey Devil just jumped into the building. Jersey Devil in the building.
Oh, how you doing,
All right, damn. You say her name like Candyman, bro. You said just like you. I know you don't like to say the name Candyman. I think we're gonna have to put Jersey Devil in that category.
Don't you say it again, Toby.
I ain't gonna say it again. I ain't gonna say it again. But the advice that I would give to younger women, if you are looking for a serious relationship, and me and Jersey had this conversation on another show, I think that it would benefit you not to lead. First of all right, let me start by saying this. You have to take time to learn what it is a man wants from his woman, from a woman. Number one. Number two, what up, Laura? I love you, baby. Not like I love my guitar. Laura Guitar's in the building.
What it is with the guitar? I like the name.
What's going on, Laura Guitar? So, first of all, the advice I would give is take time to understand what a man wants out of his woman. Not out of a date, not out of a good time for the weekend, but out of his woman. What is it? What qualifies you to be his woman? Because if you are qualified, most likely you have a better chance of him investing in you. But if it comes across as a competition where y'all trying to compete with one another, as a man, I don't want to compete with my woman.
Exactly.
We're not competing. We working together. We are a team. I'm not competing with you. I'm not trying to see if you got more dudes and I can get more girls and who's more popular and who got more followers and who's cuter and who got the better outfit. That's for, you know.
The only time we competing. That's it.
That's the one thing. So I would say, you know, definitely take time to get to know men in general and what it is that your man in particular is looking for. Number two, I would say, do not lead with your sexuality. Because as men, it is very difficult for a woman to lead with her sexuality, and then we overcome that and delve into trying to get to know them on a different level. If you lead with your sexuality, that's usually what a man is going to focus on throughout the duration of the relationship. Because that's how you got them. You got them with your sexuality. So there's nothing wrong with adding your sexuality into it and being sexy and pretty and desirable. But I don't think it's smart to lead with your sexuality, because most men, that's where their mind and other parts of their body is going to stay.
Mm-hmm.
And then once y'all engage in anything sexual, he's going to feel like, okay, I got what I was looking. I got what I wanted out of this. And then the relationship is going to fall by the wayside, because that's what you led with. So that's all he's going to see, because men are more visual. We are more lustful. We're more, we desire. We're visual creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's smart for especially a young woman, to lead with her sexuality.
Okay.
Because I think it's very difficult for a young man to get past that.
Yes. Yes.
It's very difficult for a young man to get past that. As an older gentleman like myself, I could get past it.
Yeah.
But when I was young,
no.
If a woman turned me on because how sexy she was, or she turned me on with her sex, like that's how she got me. That's how she got me. Like that's all I really wanted.
Absolutely.
It was hard for me to get past it. So I don't think it's smart to lead with sexuality. I think you need to lead with the person that you are, the things that you're looking for in a man, the value that you add, and the things that you want in return. And you have to have that well communicated from the beginning. Set your parameters, and if the man is not upholding the parameters that you set, leave his ass alone.
Yeah.
Stop ignoring too many red flags.
I heard this. I don't remember where I heard it from. I'm not sure if it was a movie. If it was on a movie or a show. But it was like, what was it? Well, I forgot the movie. Oh no, I don't remember if it was a movie or a show. But the thing was, we're so quick to fall in love with, what was it? People are so quick to fall in love with what they think they know, instead of what they. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. It was the person you're with. How you know they love you is they either fall in love with what they know, or they fall in love with what you show.
They fall in love with what they know, or fall in love with what you show.
So how
that's
was
the scary part, because a lot of people are showing things that are not true.
exactly? So who was it? It was a movie. So in the movie, it was a young man and a young woman, and they started off dating. They broke up, and he was telling his mom, "Oh, she did this, she did that, she did that." So mom was like, "Okay, but what did you show her?" And he was like, "What do you mean? All you showed her was what you thought was good. But in reality, you need to show her your flaws too." He was like, "It's easy to fall in love with nothing but good." He was like, "But you gotta know the bad as well.
Right.
You gotta know the person's flaws." And she was like, "I'm not saying you gotta fall in love with flaws, but when you learn somebody's flaws, you will challenge those flaws, and not when it comes to challenging, not in a sense of like disrespectfully challenge, but like
challenge in the energy of betterment.
Yeah, exactly.
Making them a better person.
Prime example. For me and my wife, I was at times I was a hothead. Now, not to the point where I'm like abusing her, nothing like that. But when I get mad, I tend to shut like I'm mad to the point where I want to fight.
Okay.
And I couldn't do that all the time. So when I would get like that, she would come and be like, "Hey, why don't you just go in there and chill?" "No, I don't want to chill. I'm sick of that. Like I just like I'm on 10." And she's like, "All right, well she's like, if you're on 10, let's get to an 8."
Right.
What's it gonna take you to get to an 8?
Right, to calm you down.
Yeah, and so I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm just like, I'm like, I got all these feelings and I just don't know how to let them out. She's like, okay, well, let's talk about it. And I'm like, I don't want to talk. She's like, cool. Why don't you go put some music on and start drawing? I used to like to draw.
Right.
And so she was like, draw how you're feeling. And so I would draw. And she was like, all right, cool. Are you at an 8? I'm like, no, I'm more like at a 6 or a 5. All right, cool. Let's talk.
Right.
So I think
Now
that
now you've calmed down enough where you can communicate
better what was going
better.
on.
Right.
And
Outside of your emotions.
exactly. And so I feel like with a lot of people, especially today, whether it's young generation or old generation, I feel like if you can't communicate in that moment, that does not mean not to communicate at all.
Right.
That just means you need to sit back or go find a way to
Gather yourself.
yeah. And it's okay. I think that a lot of generations, a lot of young generations now don't know how to sit down and be still.
Yeah, they don't know how to. As soon as a problem arises, they don't know how to reconcile it. So instead of sitting there and trying to fix it, they just go their separate ways and start over new with somebody else.
And
Instead of trying to correct your own demons,
Mhm.
you just go and cast those demons on somebody that's new, that don't know your demons.
Yeah, and I think it's because, and I feel like the young generation blames the old generation for that. So, and I look at it like, honestly, I think the competition now is between the older generation and the younger generation because
Right.
listening to both sides, um, it's like the older generation will tell the young generation, "Oh, y'all don't know how to fight no more. Y'all fight for the wrong things. You don't know how to fight in a relationship." And then the young generation was, well, the problem was you took too much, you know,
Right. Yeah.
and
Exactly.
I'm not made to take that much. I have more rights to not have to take that. And both sides make compelling arguments.
They do
I'm not
make compelling arguments, but the problem with that is, yes, as because okay, if we're gonna call it how it is, most women are saying we're not gonna sit and endure what our grandmothers and great grandmothers went through.
Mhm.
We're not gonna sit at the house cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids when we can get out here and get this money and we can be independent and we can live on our own with or without a man. We'll be fine. And that is very true. And you have all the right in the world to do that as a woman. But as you start to get older, just make sure that you don't look back and live in regret with the decisions that you made when you end up growing old alone.
Yeah, I do feel that way for both. I do feel that for men and women. I do.
I think men are more prepared and more suited to grow old alone.
Mhm.
I think we can handle it better. You know why? Because throughout a man's life, we usually don't have as many options as women. Women, I feel like men realize at a certain point, my well will run dry.
Mhm.
I think most women don't see that they well will run dry one day until they look and be like, oh my God, it's no more water in the well. I think men can see like, yeah, I better find, I better find somebody because I'm no spring chicken. I'm not getting
Yeah.
no younger. And I don't want to grow old alone.
Well, when
I
you
want
put
to
it like
have
that, yeah.
somebody. I
Mhm.
think men are better prepared and they prepare themselves. Or if they realize, you know what? I think I stayed out here past my expiration date. So I'm just going to go ahead and grow old alone. I'll just be by myself.
Yeah.
And a man growing old alone doesn't look like a failure. Where I think if a woman says, well, I was never married and I never had any children, I think other people would judge her like, well, damn.
What's
What
wrong
did
with you?
Yeah, like what happened with you? But you would never hear a men say to another man, so you don't have no kids and you lived a pretty free life, a bachelor, just having fun your whole life. Yeah. You ain't gonna be like, well, what the hell was wrong with you? It's like, all right, bro. I guess that's
No,
how you wanted to live it. We
I
won't
see
look at
some
them as
women.
like it's something wrong with them.
I see some women say that about men. Like I've heard a woman say what you just said, and it's crazy because she literally what you just said. She said the same thing for both sides. She said, when I see, because she was like, Jordan, when you see a woman who is single and doesn't have kids, but she has all like money in the world, how do you look at her? And I was like, oh, I look at her as a successful woman. She was like, really? And I was like, yeah,
I
I
don't
see
think
her.
that's success for
That's
most
me.
women.
But that's
Right.
just me. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I see her as successful. She was like, I don't. I see her as a failure. So I'm like, whoa, whoa. I'm like,
Whoa, what do
whoa,
you mean?
whoa, whoa. You just can't say nothing like that. And she was like, why not? I'm a woman. I was like, wait, so you see a woman as a failure? Why? She was like, Jordan, she doesn't have kids. She doesn't
Doesn't
have
have a
a
husband.
husband. She's a single auntie. And what does she have to show for it? I was like, but hold on. What if it was a man? She was like, he's successful. Why is he successful and she's not? He was like, because if you ask that man why didn't he try, he'll tell you he didn't have time for her. He's honest. He didn't have time to be with her. He didn't have time to help her with the kids because he was so focused on making money. And I was like, I never saw it like that.
Right.
And, like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Right. A older single man. I'm not saying, but also let me say this also. We also, men, as we get older, if we end up older and alone, it doesn't come across as a failure because we weren't taught since we were little kids the goal is to get married. Where women are taught from the first little baby doll that they ever have, Barbie needs a Ken. They are supposed to be together. Ken and Barbie. She's the wife, he's the husband. So little girls are taught marriage from a very young age, where little boys, we don't aspire to grow up to be married. We aspire to grow up to find a good woman, and then when we find that woman, she inspires us and aspires us to want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
Women are looking at the marriage first. I just want a girl, I got to get married. Where man needs to find a woman to get married to. We're not thinking, I just got to get married. I don't care who it is. I need a ring on my finger. Men don't never think that way. Men have to find the right woman, and then it's time to get married. Where women are looking for marriage up front and then trying to fit the guy into the marriage.
Yeah.
Where with a man, we're looking for a woman to fit marriage in between us.
Yeah.
I found the right woman. Now I can get married. Women is like, I want to get married. Now I got to go find the right man. And that's why when they don't succeed, because they've been taught this from such a young age, it comes across as, well, damn, you had all this time and you failed. Where a man, it doesn't resonate with us the same because we weren't taught that way from the beginning. It actually speaks more of a man to say, I never found the right woman, so I never got married.
Yeah.
Because to say I never found the right woman, so I never got married is actually admirable.
Because being honest.
Because he's being honest.
Well,
a man needs to find the right woman to want to get married. Women want to get married and then they go looking for the right man. That's the difference.
I see what you mean. Yeah. I see what you mean.
We need to find the right woman. Once we find the right woman, then it's like, okay, I can actually see myself getting married now. Where women is like, I want to get married. Now I just got to go see if I can find a man that fits the criteria.
Hey, that's a lot of pressure on them, man.
And that's a lot of pressure on the man and the woman.
Well, I feel like it's more pressure on the woman because it's like
more pressure on the woman because most of the time the woman is fighting against the clock.
My thing is, you're given you have the answer, It's just finding out who's asking the question.
Right. Exactly.
For the man, you have the question. You're just looking for the right answer.
Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
Well, dang.
And that's why, as a man, if you grow older and you're alone, nobody's going to look at you as a failure. So this is another piece of advice that I would give to young women and to all women, is actually seeping up to the older women. And what I would say is, stop letting the attention, especially online, but don't let attention validate you for who you are. Don't let that attention validate you, because once you start doing anything for attention, it's very hard for anyone to take you serious. Because now, if I want you to be my wife, and I see that you'll do anything for attention, how can I truly trust that person? When I know for, hold on, let's read what Andy said. She said, I think women have to find the balance of independence they strive for and also meeting the needs of their partner. She also said it speaks to why women tend to try to mold men into marriage material. Exactly. Men very rarely try to mold a woman into marriage material. A lot of times men end up settling instead of trying to mold, because men understand it is going to have to be a little bit of give and take. You're not going to, women want the man that's going to check every box. But as a woman gets older, she has to realize that you might need to renegotiate that list that you had. Mm-hmm. Because all the nice guys that you passed up when you were young, those are going to be the same qualities that you are now looking for as you get older. Mm-hmm. So start to cherish and value those qualities in that nice guy and that good man when you're young. Don't wait until you're old or older to start to notice and value the good qualities of a good man. Yeah. Because it's going to come back to bite you in your ass. That's another piece of advice that I would give. Acknowledge a good man when you're young, because you're going to want him to uphold those same qualities and those traditional values that most women want from a man. But now you're not going to be able to give him those same qualities that most men want in a woman, which is a woman who's hasn't really been too promiscuous out here in the streets and got videos and clips all on the internet of her twerking and kissing and saying who she slept with, and just a woman who's classy, who keeps it private, who keeps, what happens in her bedroom to herself. But now people are starting to say anything on the internet for attention, and it's getting to the point where it's like, I see girls like, yeah, I slept with about 6 guys last semester, and it's like, there's no shame.
So I got a question for you, Toby.
All right.
How do you feel about the men who are putting themselves in these situations? For example, you got the for example, say you have a friend who is dealing with a woman, right? And he knows she's no good, right?
All right, so he's dealing with a woman. He knows she's no good.
He says she's no good, right? And yet he keeps sleeping with her, unprotected sex.
Okay.
She gets pregnant, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, bruh, you knew, because I do notice that with a lot of men, we put ourselves in these situations, right, knowing they ain't no good. So, for example, if I'm married and I know I'm married, I have no business stepping out on my wife with another woman.
Exactly.
Right? But I'm out here doing it. I'm cheating on her, with another girl over here who ends up getting pregnant, right?
Okay.
Now, I got her pregnant. She's saying she's keeping the baby, right? Okay. I only have 2 options. Take care of the baby or run.
Take care of the baby or run, right? Okay.
As that guy who I am, I'm going to take care of the baby because it's my responsibility.
Okay.
However, I'm over here cheating on my wife. Now I know I had no business laying with this girl. So why am I allowing myself to get caught up in this situation? I feel like we do need to hold these men out here a little bit more accountable for what they're doing. Because my thing is, brother, you know, the girl, like, and the thing is, us as people, we know when nobody's no good for you.
Mm-hmm.
See the signs and you just ignore them. But you're putting yourself in situations that you don't need to be in. You know,
Right.
like
Okay. Um. So you're saying if a man is falling victim to the flesh, he cannot say no to the sex, and
yeah,
he's doing it. We need to hold him more well,
no, not more, just
well,
accountable.
hold him
Period.
accountable.
Period.
Well, women are in control of sex.
No, I agree. I
Women
agree.
control whether a man has sex with her or not.
I agree. But
So
for me,
if the woman doesn't know that the man is married
mhm,
and she's sleeping with him and she doesn't know that he's married and she ends up pregnant, then yes, the man is dead wrong because he started off the relationship, whether it was a serious relationship or a casual sexual relationship. He started it off with a lie, or he started it off with withdrawing information, very important information that could change the whole outlook of the whole relationship. If he doesn't tell you up front, I'm married, but I want something on the side,
mhm,
or if he's lying, saying, no, I'm completely single, we
mhm,
good. So yes, the man should be held 1,000,000% accountable for that.
mhm,
100%, 1,000,000%. So in that instance, the man is dead wrong, and whatever, he deserves to be divorced by his wife,
mhm,
and he deserves to be held accountable and deal with the consequences of losing his wife while also gaining this new family with a woman that he barely knows, or a woman that he didn't really want a future with.
mhm.
So as men, I would say we have to not allow ourselves to be so weakened by the flesh,
Yeah,
because that 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes of ecstasy can lead you to 21 years of misery.
absolutely.
So you got to be able to weigh, is this worth it? Is the ends worth the means? And that's the problem. A lot of times men are not thinking with their mind, they're thinking with their penis.
Yeah.
They're thinking with the wrong head. And that's going to get you in trouble every time, because you know what he wants.
Mhm.
He ready to just slide right in. He ain't thinking. That's when you got to take a step back and realize, hold up, wait a minute. Let me slow down. I'm about to make this could turn bad real quick, you know? But now on
Mhm.
the flip side of it, women also have to vet a man and get to know him better before you just opening up your legs and having unprotected sex with them.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the man doesn't have to carry the baby. The man can walk. See, this is the difference. A woman, once she has a child, when she tries to go and be with another man, that new man has to deal with the effect of what happened with her and that previous man and the child that she had.
Mhm.
When a man has a child with a woman, he can go to another woman and be brand new and fresh. There's no repercussion that the other woman has to deal with, because he could say bye to the family and move on and make a whole new. How many times you see a man go and make a whole new family with somebody else?
You
It's kind of
can.
like the old family don't even exist.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult for a woman to go make a new family with another man. She got 2, 3 kids, and now she's going to make a family with a whole nother man. It's going to be a much more difficult uphill battle for her,
Yeah.
because the man's walking into his new relationship with
Like,
no baggage.
yeah.
He's still tall, dark, and handsome.
Hmm.
Where the woman, she might still be beautiful, but her value is not the same, because now that new man is like, well, you had a child with somebody else. Now that's one experience that I can't have with my wife
Mm-hmm.
because I will never be the first person. You'll never have. It'll be my first child, but it won't be your first child.
Yeah, absolutely.
And those things mean something to a man, especially if you're talking about wife and legacy and all of those things.
Yeah,
So that's why women also have to be much more careful, because the man can walk away and go start fresh. You can't start fresh with 3 kids.
true.
You
Speaking
can't.
of speaking of starting fresh, how to exit a relationship.
How to exit the relationship. All right. I like that segue. Jay Clay, you getting the hang of this.
I'm trying. Look.
That was a perfect segue, bro.
Hey,
All right.
God willing, you have and Uncle Deep V, let me in on it. I can be the fourth. I can be the fourth one.
All right. So how to exit a relationship. All right. Well, I think now in this day and age, a lot of people are just ghosting one another.
Yeah, that's one thing I
And
can't do. That's tough. I can't.
that's not cool. That's not cool. Because to leave another person unresolved without explaining to them what they did, why it was so egregious to the point where you had to leave or stop speaking to the person or whatever it may be, that's not right. It can have long-term effects, and it can leave that person very jaded going into the next relationship that they choose to engage in. So I could tell you how not to do it first. Don't just go ghost on a person. That's not cool. I think the best way to exit a relationship is face to face, because when you was laying in the bed with her, you was face to face.
Absolutely.
When you was trying to get her attention and try to get her to be your lady, you was face to face.
Okay.
So when you're ready to walk out of the relationship, I think that you need to sit down and tell the person what the reason is behind you wanting to leave. What's your displeasure? And take time to hear them out. Unless you're completely fed up, take time to hear them out to see if they're willing to try to change to appease you. But hear their side of the story. Don't just say what you have to say and say, all right, I said what I got to say. Peace. Mm-hmm. Take time to hear what they have to say and then make a decision going off of that. Unless you already have made your decision, lock, stock, and barrel. That's it. It's over. But if it's a chance for reconciliation, say what you have to say. Tell the person why you want to leave the relationship, and then take time to hear what the person has to say in return. Yeah. And maybe you can come to some type of common ground. And even if you cannot keep the relationship, at least you can walk away cordially.
Absolutely.
Without being angry and without taking that bad energy into your next relationship. Mm-hmm. So I think that's, in my point of view, I think that's a very mature and adult way to exit a relationship. What about you, my brother?
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think that when leaving a relationship, I think it is good to leave face to face. You started off face to face, might as well.
Right. You couldn't wait to get face to face.
Yeah. So,
in the beginning.
I've never been one for the ghosting. I don't. I think that leaves a bad taste in anybody's mouth.
Yeah, and it can actually leave a lot of broken hearts.
Absolutely.
Somebody just stopped speaking to you for no reason, whether it's a relationship or a friend. They just stop speaking to you. That's not cool. That's one thing I do not like that at all. If you're gonna interact with me, be consistent. If you ain't gonna be consistent, don't speak to me.
Yeah, because how I look at it, I can get over being mad at you. Right. I can get over being angry with you. I cannot get over hating you.
Right.
and I never wanted to be where I hate somebody.
Right. And
Right?
sometimes
And
hurt can turn to hate.
exactly. And, and
It's
the
a thin
next
line.
person, and the next, it's not fair to the next person to have to deal with that side of me because of something
Right.
you did. So I do believe that in exiting a relationship, if you are okay, if it's cheating, like cheating, okay, you cheated on me. Why did you cheat on me? And
Right. Try to give
understand,
that person some closure.
I feel like people need to understand when it's something that has to do with you hurting a person or you being the person that got hurt, it's never going to be an easy conversation.
It's not.
It's never going to be an understanding conversation. So don't sit here and drag the conversation on.
Right.
Understand that if you're the one doing the hurting, you owe it to that person to be brutally and completely honest.
Right.
Whatever,
Own it and look it right in the face.
whatever the situation may be, you cheated on me. Okay, why did you cheat on me? Now, with that being said, don't come over here trying to, what do you call it? Gaslight me.
Right.
Don't make it like you did nothing wrong.
Right.
That's the worst way to exit a relationship. So for me, if
Right.
you're going to exit this relationship, come forward humbly, honestly. Whether
Right.
you hurt me or not, if you cheated on me, tell me why you cheated on me. What was I not doing for you to cheat on me? Because
Right.
thing is, I need to know what. Because if I'm lacking somewhere, let me know. So if I decide to give us another chance, I know what not to lack in. Or if I decide to move on and be with somebody else, I won't make that same mistake.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
but give that person that clarity, because I do feel like that's how you exit a relationship, whether it be y'all just grew apart, you
Or
know,
the
because
person did something where y'all had to go,
yeah, whether you cheated or I cheated or we just grew apart. I
Right.
need to know in person. Or if you tell me over text message, I'm going to be mad, but at least you told me what happened. I
Right.
won't like it because it's text message, but at least you're being honest. But
Right.
to not communicate with me at all, oh yeah, that's the worst way to leave.
Yeah, that's real whack.
I
That's
say
real whack.
exit how you came in.
Right. If you walked into the relationship and not if you walked into this person's life with good intentions,
Leave.
leave them with good intentions. It might not have worked out. Things might have took a wrong turn somewhere, but walk out with good intentions also, because that heartbreak can linger with someone for years.
Yeah.
It can. Heartbreak can linger with someone for years that you genuinely care about, and I think that when the person no longer loves or care about the other person, you're not thinking about how that's going to make the person that you was in the relationship feel if you just, oh, I don't care about that person no more, so I'm not going to never call them again. I'm not speaking to them no more. Don't punish someone that you once loved with silence or solitude. I'm just going to ghost on them.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to see it. Like I've done that before in the past. And the only reason why I say that, if someone has done something so egregious, sometimes somebody can do something so egregious to you that you may feel like it doesn't deserve explanation why I'm not speaking to you no more.
Mm-hmm.
So me and you are friends, Jay Clay. If I came to your house and you had $500 in your drawer, and only me and you was in the room playing Madden, and then when I leave, you look in the drawer, the $500 is gone. When you call cursing me out, I already know why. So I don't need to. Well, what it was, like, some things don't need to be apologized for. Some things don't need to be explained.
Yeah.
So I will also say, sometimes if someone does something so egregious, then they deserve for you to be like, you know what? I'm not never speaking to you again, and I'm not even going to give you another second of my energy.
Yeah.
But that's if someone has done something really egregious, something where it's just like there is no reconciling this.
Yeah, hence why I say don't gaslight me. If you know you did, if you know you did something wrong and we're talking about it, don't come over
Right, just
here.
leave me alone. Let's leave it.
Yeah,
Let's just
just
leave me be.
like because you're not gonna own up to it, and
Right,
there's no point in us
right.
talking.
Now you're trying to get me upset.
Yeah. So in that aspect, okay, right now is not the time for us to talk about it because you can't be honest. So when you're ready to be honest, whenever
That
under,
time may be.
whenever that time may be,
Right,
understand. Don't get mad if you don't get the attention from me that you wanted because I'm not doing this with you.
right,
You know.
right.
So,
Exactly. And that's definitely, in the age that we live in, everybody has so many options that they feel like it's just easy to just stop speaking to people.
it is not.
But in this age that we live in, we have so many options, but at the end of the day, we are still human beings. We still are with emotion, and we still have feelings. No matter
So
how no matter how much people walk around and say, "Oh, I'm a savage. I don't care about women. All these women can do for me is this. All these dudes can do for me is this." At the end of the day, we are human beings, and we all feel emotions. We all can get hurt. We can all get our heart broken. We can all be annoyed. We can all be pissed off. And to sit around and act like you can't be or you refuse to be is unhealthy.
let me ask you: do you think people are just afraid of closure?
I think people I think they want to keep when someone just leaves the relationship and doesn't give the other person any type of closure. Sometimes it could be because them admitting to you what they did to you was wrong. They don't want to see that within themselves.
Yeah.
They want to be able to walk away clean.
Mm-hmm.
They want their hands to stay clean. So as long as I don't admit it, as long as I don't face the demon, then I could pretend like the demon isn't there.
Okay.
But if I go and speak to Tovi about what I did, that means I have to go and look at the demon because I know he's going to bring it up.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see the demon. So it's easier for me to just pack my bags and walk away. And then I can go cast this demon onto somebody else that don't know anything about my demons. Instead of facing them and trying to get over it and deal with it, most people would rather just move on to the next victim.
Okay.
Instead of trying to correct themselves through the person that they hurt.
Absolutely.
And they just move to the next victim, and that's not right. That's not right. It's not right at all. So I think we can actually the how to exit a relationship is such a good topic. I think we can jump into that on Thursday also. We can elongate this conversation.
I want to hear a woman's.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear of some of the females' perspective on both of the topics that we talked about tonight. We tried to give a man and female perspective, but it's nothing like a female's perspective.
Absolutely.
All
So,
right?
Miss Jersey, if you're out there listening, hop on in. I definitely want to hear what she got to say.
All right. My man Jay Clay, once again, thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you.
This was a really, really good conversation we had tonight.
Brother, look here. When I go back to New York, I'm definitely gonna have to link up with you because
bro, you gotta come through. You gotta come and be on the show and everything, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I talk to you, I feel like I'm talking to a family. Like it's a comfort zone, man, and it's a blessing to be on here. I appreciate you opening your heart, your mind to letting me in. I when I tell you, and I say this, I like to give people their flowers. My brother, you have come through on so many ways that you don't even know. It's like you're a big brother, man, and you don't even know it. Like,
well, my brother,
and you're so wise, and you're believe it or not, your advice has helped me be a better person and a better husband. It's helped me just be a great uncle. Like it's done so much. You affect so much, and I appreciate that.
Well, first of all, let me say thank you. For real, I truly appreciate it. I don't take any words like that for granted because, first of all, I understand how it is to I grew up once my aunt passed away. I grew up in a situation where I had to figure out a lot of things on my own. You know, I didn't really have a great mentor. I definitely didn't have a male figure as a mentor at all. That was not even in the picture. So I had to figure out, how am I going to become a man? And Lord knows I'm still figuring it out, but I had to figure it out on my own. So I think the at least I can do, now that we have all this technology and so many people use it for so many discouraging things and so many negative things, the least I could do is get up on here and have good, honest, open conversation. Or the previous iteration of the show with me, Eric, and Hev, just making people laugh and entertaining each other. You know,
Absolutely.
either way, I think that is valuable. And if I can affect just one person in a positive way, then I feel like I've done my job, bro. So that's why I don't take your words for granted, and I truly appreciate you, my brother. And you and you and Rich and his whole family are like family to me too, bro. Like, I also will say that as much as you may feel like I've done for you, the same, I feel the same people have done so much for me also. It's definitely, getting on the show helps me deal with a lot of things that I'm dealing with, because I deal with so many positive people.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes me feel good for someone to have, you know, some good kind words for me.
Absolutely.
You know, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you, my brother. And it's truly I'm always happy when I see you come knock on the door.
Oh
And
man,
I get to give you your intro, because I know we're gonna have a good conversation, bro.
look here. I know, look, fans. I know y'all probably tired of seeing me on the show,
Nah, bro,
fans.
I'm not.
I
All
try,
right.
I try to get on, every now and then when I can. Real quick, I wanted to show you. I mean, it's just a little bit. It's just a little bit of my collection. It's not even
All
the
right.
whole thing.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it.
So I got my Gundams right up there.
Okay.
Oh wait a minute, sorry, I'm trying to work
Okay,
the
hold on. I
camera.
see my man the Hulk. I see Hulk
Oh
over
yeah, Hulk. And then actually, my dad got this done for me and my sister. So this is sorry, working this camera.
here.
So it's a picture of me when I was in middle school and my sister.
Oh,
When,
God bless y'all,
when my
bro.
dad was in prison, he had
Um, what's that on your? What's that? Is that
a cello.
a cello? I was going to say, what kind of instrument is that on your shoulder?
Yeah,
You used to play the cello?
yeah. I used to. So I'm pretty good at a couple of instruments. I played the cello. My sister played the violin. I taught myself how to play the piano.
You
So
know how to play the piano, bro?
yeah, I taught. It
Wow,
took
bro.
me.
You gotta get a little organ or something and come
Oh
up. You gotta help me make
man,
an intro for the show, man.
oh
I need you
man,
to do the ivories.
I asked so how my first song playing on the piano, believe it or not, was Barry White. You will never find.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, it was crazy. I learned how to play regular piano. I'm actually learning how to play the electric keyboard. I want to learn how to play the electric keyboard.
All right, that's what's
And
up.
then right up
Uh,
here is my wife's pops. She got so many.
yeah, I saw those in the background.
Yeah, those are my wives. She collects pops. I collect Gundams and Power Rangers and stuff.
Okay, that's what's up, bro.
All right, man. I gotta
All
get
right,
up.
you know we gotta hit the outro, bro.
Let's go.
All right, it's your boy, Little Fat Mushy Toad, representing the WCIS. We can inspire someone, OPP, only promote positivity. Shout out to Waterbed Health, shout out to Uncle DV, and shout out to the community that's all about unity. All right, shout out to everybody in the comment section. Thank you so much. We'll be back on Thursday at 10 o'clock, God willing. All right, and until then, I want y'all to have a blessed and peaceful couple of days. Stay blessed, stay beautiful, and most importantly, stay positive. And until then, peace out, y'all.
Hey,
Later.
so real quick, are you a Power Ranger fan?
Nah, I wasn't really a big Power Rangers fan. By the
Oh, so
time by the time
nice.
Power Rangers really got popular, I was a little bit too. I was
Oh,
grown,
oh,
so
okay.
I had to go get a job when Power Rangers was getting popular.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, Jay Clay. I'll see you on
Y'all be
Thursday,
safe.
my brother. All right, God bless y'all. Peace out, y'all. Thank you so much, Tom. I appreciate you too, and Yes, Jersey, you do need to hop on. All right. Later, y'all. Have a good night.